God will pay back double for your charity.
On the other hand, is a lively lass, not afraid to laugh out loud or speak.
What are you doing here? I hope you don't get into another brawl like you did at my place.
First of all, I didn't start it. And secondly, who'd you take me for? I know how to behave at a wedding.
I hope so. I'll tell Lord Sameen to watch out for you.
Greetings. What do you need?
Bailiff Thrush said you were robbed.
About time he remembered me.
But the bailiff didn't send me.
I see. So, what do you want from me?
What did he take from you?
Cabbage.
Just cabbage?
Aye. But nearly half of the patch.
And where did it happen?
On the patch behind my farmhouse. It's the first one you see when you come to us from Trushkovitz. You'll spot it easily. Cabbage grows there, and half of it's been harvested already.
That's all I need.
Hope they catch him soon. Might not seem that way. But half the cabbage patch? That's good money. Farewell, my friend.
Hey, young man!
I'm not fond of Austin.
Young man, would you dance with my daughter? No one has asked her for a dance yet, and Dubravka is sad about it, even though she's such a pretty girl.
Why isn't anyone dancing with her?
She's so shy. She always sits at the back waiting to be asked for a dance. The cheekier girls always steal all the boys, so the poor thing is left alone.
Indeed. Why wouldn't I dance with her? Well, we can't let her sit in a corner till the end.
She'll be so happy. She's sitting there by the fire, the girl in the purple dress. But be gentle with her, though. She's a sensitive girl.
How are you? I'm Henry.
I'm Dubravka.
Would you like to dance with me?
Dance? With you? I don't know. There's so many people.
Don't worry about the people. You won't notice them once we start dancing. You'll see.
Well, all right.
The bottom foot was mine. How much longer? The bottom foot was mine.
I don't know who I pity more. Definitely you're. He's so stupid he can't even see how he's
The bottom foot was mine.
Oh, that was beautiful. I haven't danced like this in a long time. How did you enjoy it?
You dance like a fairy, Dubravka.
Truly? No one's ever told me that.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm serious. You're the first. Thank you. Well, I think I'll be going now. But maybe we'll meet again.
Careful.
You're here too.
Wait, aren't you that robber baron from Apollonia? What are you doing here?
Thought I'd be rotting in a pillory somewhere, did you?
Why wouldn't I? After what you did.
It's like this. Although I never cared much for it, I was born into a noble family. That's why Lord Samin spared me. He treats me better than I deserve.
I can see that. He even invited you to his son's wedding.
Yes, that's more out of courtesy than goodwill. But that doesn't matter. Will you have a drink with me?
No thanks. I don't feel like drinking right now.
Then I'll drink to myself. To Kules!
What do you think?
About the wedding? Fine. Plenty of wine and women.
But
I'm not used to such affairs. It's a bit too quiet for me.
quiet. Here. I don't know what kind of weddings you're used to, but I wouldn't call this quiet.
Aye, sure. But I'm talking about something else. Everybody's happy and friendly. And I can't get used to not watching my back all the time, you know?
Have you already taken care of your band?
Don't you start with that too.
So you do.
After you attacked me in Apollonia. I'm so battered I can hardly wipe my own arse. Old man Samin will just have to be a bit more patient.
Yeah, you wouldn't be making excuses by any chance.
And why would I do that, you genius?
So you don't have to go up against your own. You're protecting them.
You think I regard them as my people? That's putting it strongly.
Are you telling me you don't care about them?
Why should I? They're nasty bastards just like me. Look, lad, that's just the way it goes between us bandits. It might seem dishonorable and low to you, but each of us is trying to survive the best we can. Believe me, if those boys were in my boots, they'd not hesitate a moment and gut me like a swine. But they'll never get a second chance. They're not of noble birth.
What'll happen once they discover you're in Samin's employ?
They won't be too fond of me over it, but then they never were. Why are you asking about them anyway? Don't tell me you want to help them. These aren't any ordinary thieves. They're a bunch of the most depraved whoresons I've ever met. What do you think? Did you fancy tackling them?
I think not.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Naturally, the Lord von Berghoff is on, so I'm fully responsible.
By the way, did you manage to bake everything? There are enough pies.
Don't worry, sir. Have I ever not made enough?
Well, sometimes I feel you're hiding them from me.
I just want to spare you the bellyache. Oh, sir, have you tried my porridge?
Not yet.
You better try it now. It'll soon be all gone. I made a particularly good one today.
All right, then. As soon as I have a moment to spare, I'll try it. Is there enough beer?
Of course. Too much, even. We could have saved some groschen had you not ordered so much.
Well, what's a wedding without a good drink?
I'm just saying. You maybe shouldn't have ordered from Betty. There's nothing good about that one. It's watered down.
I know. But if I didn't take the beer from her, she would have been offended.
So what? At least the guests won't get so drunk.
You really have nothing left? Some flour, perhaps?
I've got nothing for them.
Oh, that can't be true. Don't tell me there are no scraps.
Of course there are. But what am I going to cook with after the wedding?
Oh, come now. We'll just buy something.
With what, sir? The feast cost us so much. We could have fed 5 more farm boys during harvest time with that money. Some merchants have already had to sell me stuff on credit.
Don't worry, there will always be money. The bailiff might,
Help us out? Has he agreed to that?
I'll have a word with him. Right after the wedding. I can't ask him for more money when he's already put so much into the wedding. What would he think of me?
And what will people think when they hear the Lord of Samin can't even buy his own food?
Quiet, woman. As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. By the way, did you manage to bake everything? Here, not now. Come back later.
Oh, sir, have you tried my porridge? What would you like, young man? Did the food run out? If it did, just say so. Otherwise, stay out of my kitchen if you wouldn't mind.
But do it from a distance, so we won't hear it.
I'm sorry, but you have no business here. There's plenty of drinks for everyone outside.
I understand you very well. I have indeed traveled...
Wait. Tell me, haven't we met before? You look familiar. I feel like I've seen you before. Didn't you serve at Trotsky?
No, I didn't. Me and my master were to deliver a message there.
Is that so? I've no recollection of you or your master, but little wonder. Lord von Berghoff receives countless messengers.
But you wouldn't even let us...
I said I don't remember.
Master Chamberlain, where's Lord von Berghoff? Why isn't he here yet?
What's it to you? Lord von Berghoff will arrive when the time's right.
Can you tell me more about your domain? It seems so... How nice of you to care about other people, but...
Henry! Finally! You have no idea how happy I am to see you again!
Likewise. How are you?
How can I put this? I'm in a fix!
Oh? What happened this time?
Look around you. This much booze! This won't end well! You have to help me!
Like how?
How? You have to make sure I don't get drunk. If you see me with booze in my hands, don't let me drink it, or it'll end badly for me.
So I'm supposed to follow you around and mind you like a child?
Well, I'd surely appreciate it.
Oh, all right then. There's nothing else for it. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Sure.
Would you like some drink with wine here on the table?
Or an itch.
Piglet!
Or a bad conscience. Welcome, Henry. You came with Radovan, did you?
Aye. He took me with him because we forged that sword together.
He did the right thing. Olbram's here too. That toothless old bastard. I hope he has enough sense not to disgrace Lord Samin.
Why did they even invite him?
He's the richest farmer in the county. No denying that. I understand Lord Samin didn't want to offend him. But still. Let's leave it be and have a drink, shall we?
Not now. Perhaps later.
Your stomach can handle all that drink today.
Gives me headaches all the time. If you make it through this night without a drink,
It will go well with the wine.
Finally tell you to fuck off.
Well. Look who's here. Good to see you, Henry. This is ZOTAC.
We know each other.
Henry saved my pa's hide from the wolves.
I heard about that. First the wolves and then the injured leg.
And that was just the beginning.
Aye, that's my pa, and his drinking. Well, I'm afraid he's not going to fare much better today. He was asking after you. Did you talk yet?
Right. We talked.
So, you caught him while he was still sober. Congratulations.
Quiet, you two. Sakura. Now I don't know what he said to her. Christ. Look at her face.
Whose?
Look over there. That pretty girl and the sad sack trying to impress her.
That's our friend, Wojtek.
What's it about?
When some poor lass catches his eye, we buzzes around her like a wasp.
And makes an incredible fool of himself.
And who's the girl?
Mishka. Her ma is old Samin's cook. That asshole Wojtek thinks he's going to win her over with some idiotic verse.
Well, actually, girls like poems. Well, unless you gabble like a barnyard gander while reciting them.
Gander, huh? Good one. Why don't you show Wojtek how it's done?
Well, I suppose I...
Jesus Christ! There's an idea! Let's bet on who has a better chance with Mishka. Vulgar Wojtek or handsome Henry.
I'd like to see that. You're on.
My money's on Henry. 10 groschen. So off you go, dust off your hose, tuck in your shirt, and go and win her heart.
I'll wager 10 groschen he fails.
All right. I could...
Fantastic. I knew right away you'd be up for a bit of fun.
Wait, though,
Stop dilly-dallying and go and get her! Before Wojtek wears her down!
Is there any point in trying to get a word in?
None. That's our spotcha for you.
Ah, bugger off. It'll be a laugh.
What's Wojtek even saying to her?
I was walking by a while ago, and he was telling her something about butterflies.
Thanks, but it's not that bad.
So we can dance then.
Oh, you just never give up, do you?
Mishka, shall we have a dance?
My feet are sore.
Show me here. Oh, Mishka, dearest, you give me no rest.
Really? Isn't it the other way around?
You keep me awake at night.
You poor thing. Try a decoction of Melissa and Valerian.
How I long to hold you tight.
I can hardly breathe as it is.
Great things.
How I long to kiss your lips. And, put my hands on your hips.
Enough. I can't listen to another word.
That makes two of us.
And you are who?
I'm Henry.
What do you want here?
To rescue a damsel?
There's no damsel here that needs rescuing.
The damsel has a voice and a name.
And may I know it? Or is that impertinent?
Mishka.
Now look here.
Anything wrong?
I spoke to her first.
Are we on the marketplace here?
You think you can amuse Mishka more? That's a joke.
Look, Wojtek, why don't we just leave Mishka alone, eh? She's not interested in our buffoonery anyway.
What buffoonery? It was you who interrupted us.
He interrupted you. More like he rescued me.
But I thought you liked it.
Well, do you know what it means to think?
I don't understand this at all. But girls like poems. All of them. Ma said so.
Recite to your ma, then. And give her my greetings.
But...
Sorry I didn't realise right away.
Better late than never. Wojtek still hasn't figured it out, though.
But...
Hey, come along with me, Henry.
Fucking hell. See what you did? Mishka would be mine if it wasn't for your meddling.
Isn't it better here?
It's a nice place. Thanks for showing it to me. It's definitely quieter here.
I come here when I want to be alone. Or when I'm washing laundry. Enough of that. I'd rather hear about you. Like, where you're from. What you're doing here. You're not a local. I'd know you if you were.
Where am I from?
Unless it's a secret, of course.
I'm from Skalitz.
And what's this Skalitz of yours like?
They call it Silver Skalitz, because they used to mine the stuff there.
And they don't anymore.
No. Skalitz was torched to the ground, and we had to flee.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to bring up sad memories. Wouldn't you like to dance? It'll take your mind off things.
Gladly. May I have the honor?
And do you know how? Or will you stamp on my slippers?
I've never had any lessons, but I've been at a few dances.
Now I'll lead you then. Don't worry. It'll be fun.
Care to dance?
Twit. So, and 1, 2, 3, and off we go.
Better take some balls.
See? You're doing pretty good.
Thanks. I'm really trying.
We'll keep it going then.
He can't possibly come off worse than Voight, unless he tries to hump her right away.
Thanks, Henry. I enjoyed the dance.
Would you look at that? The return of the prodigal son.
How did it go?
Mishka's a nice girl. I'm glad I got to know her.
I don't doubt it. Where did you two go? Took you a while.
We danced and then parted ways. Nothing more.
We saw you dancing. But where were you hiding before?
We were just talking. We went somewhere quieter.
Talked, eh? That's the best story you can make up?
Give him a break. Not everyone's a blabbermouth like you.
Either way, it looks like I won the bet, Svatya.
That's true. Oh well, we have to drink. To the newlyweds' health.
That's what everybody here drinks to. Let's drink to us, fellas.
I should go and see your Semi. You look worried, and I promised I'd help him. And introduce me to Lord von Burgov in return.
Are you still quarrelling? I'm more worried about losing it. His sword. How would you...
I'm here to help you, sir.
I said you didn't have to.
Well, I made a promise. Is this about the beggars by the gate?
That too, but I'm more worried about my wayward relatives and their insatiable thirst.
You mean Yurko and the Moravians?
Oh, what did I do to deserve a nephew like him?
I'll try to keep an eye on them. Maybe I'll be able to keep them in check.
You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. But don't get your hopes up. Getting between them and booze is asking for trouble.
What about the beggars, sir?
Try asking Tuma, the guard on the gate. Maybe he's figured something out already.
I'll talk to Tuma and we'll work something out.
Well, try to be done with it before Lord von Burgov arrives.
Of course.
Thanks, Henry. I appreciate it.
I'm surprised you can still keep it on, eh?
Not my fault.
Henry, dearest. Drink it
But we still had a nice
And nor should you. Except I don't have a bullet, and you won't let me yours on any other day.
Only that someone needs to go as soon as possible.
He says it's all right. Well, I'll be happy to help. Don't worry about it.
Easy for you to say. Wish I could be that calm.
That Henry's a good bloke, eh?
Preferably supper quiet.
Well, yes. I'm more worried about it.
Hungry already?
Anyhow,
But that man of yours, I mean, what they say about him. Stop stealing,
You're Henry, right? The one who came with the blacksmith.
The one and only.
You came to help me with them beggars?
Lord Sameen would be glad if we got rid of them. I was told you'd know how.
It doesn't take a scholar to figure out. They came for alms, that's all. If they get some food, they'll be on their way.
So what kind of food do you think we should give them?
If it was up to me, I'd give them scraps from the kitchen. But the cook keeps saying there's no scraps. Says she uses it all for soup and gruel. She put the scraps away in the pantry and won't let anyone in there.
Isn't there any way I could reason with her?
That's not going to be easy. She's got one hell of a mouth. I think even old Seming's afraid of her. He put her in charge of the feast, and now they're fighting over every single groschen. The wedding already cost him a fortune. If he starts giving to the poor as well, there'll be hell to pay.
Where's the pantry?
Right behind the kitchen. But like I said, the cook won't let anyone in.
I reckon the cook will be in the kitchen, eh?
Where else? And she never takes her eyes off the pantry door.
Have you tried just asking her?
Why would I do that? I'm telling you, it's no use.
How can you be so sure? Maybe she'll be reasonable in the end. She was with her daughter.
Try it then.
I'll try talking to her.
Are you drunk?
I'm not. Why'd you ask?
Then you must be daft in the head.
Well, if I can't reason with the cook, I can always try sneaking into the pantry.
Well, if you do, just make sure she doesn't catch you.
Did you notice if she ever leaves the kitchen?
I've seen her go and gather herbs, or put more food on the tables from time to time. But someone would have to eat it all first.
Good to hear. I'm starving.
Then I wish you a hearty appetite.
All right. All right. I'll see what I can do.
Good luck, Henry.
Aren't the gods supposed to?
We'll begin when Lord
What else could I do? I couldn't serve the guests and swill ready bruising. Quite right. Here anyway. Say no. Get a fence from both houses. Nothing else to talk about. None of that. I haven't even they've not caught that up yet.
Oh, that back.
Well, I'll pay for it.
But you told me you won't force him under the drop. And how am I supposed to do that? If I don't someone else?
What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy? What are you looking for? There's plenty to eat outside. This is my kid. Hey! How dare you? That's our food.
Either tell me what you know, keep your mouth shut. Beating.
You're mine.
Hey! Over
I
here!
surrender.
Give him what for?
Only with this bastard! Yeah! Don't scare him. Fucking horse, son! No!
Enough.
No!
I give up.
Nice fucker! We'll kick your asses! Slice him up!
Quickly, for the love of God, sort out this rabble before they turn everything into firewood!
Cursed luck. Well. Distinguished guests.
For the love of God. Does it have to be him?
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Would your graces care to sit?
I think not.
What brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen?
Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble rectory.
Your concern is really touching, Hanush. Did you come to see me off, or to help me do my laundry?
Watch your mouth, priest. You might end up losing more than your parish.
Easy, my friend. Don't let him get you all worked up.
I'd like to teach him a good lesson.
But that's not why we're here.
Bah!
Well, why are you here, then?
We have a secret mission for you.
I'm all ears, Sir Radzik.
Do you know about Lord Capon's mission?
Aye. I heard a word or two about that. Where was it you sent him? Trotsky?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Bergoff's castle.
Royal Chamberlain von Berger. The League of Lords fella.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trotsky is about 3 days' ride away.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then, shouldn't he?
He should. But he's not.
And why did you come to me for this?
For Christ's sake! Get your booze-soaked noggin working. Isn't it obvious? We need you to go to Trotsky and find out what's keeping him.
Why me?
Honestly, I'd like to know that too, Radzik. Why this fellow?
He has experience like few others. You know that, Hanush. And not just in combat. Although he might not look like it at the moment, he is from a noble family, so he knows how to deal with nobility.
What? You're saying this scoundrel in a cassock is blue-blooded?
It's true. And he also understands the common people. Since we don't know what's holding Capon up, we need someone who can deal with whoever he comes across.
I hope you're right. So what do you say, Godwin?
How could I say no after such words of praise?
Well, that went better than I expected.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until my nephew is safely back in Perkstein.
When should I go?
Right away.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again. Henry?
After all, as you know, I'm just a common dung grubber, while you're the great Bellatore.
Bellator? But I was stupid to think like that. It was stupid. But now I'm sitting here too for behaving like a Bellator. I might have left you in it.
Yeah, you might.
Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully. So, what were you getting up to the whole time anyway?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Ha-fucking-ha. Hunting.
Where did you get the gear for that? We arrived in Troskowitz like a pair of beggars.
By using the old noggin, pal. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking half a dozen hares around the local cottages.
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze, so I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows.
Thieving, too, to top it all. Christ!
Oh, give over. Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the Sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God.
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Well, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable! We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa!
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move in!
I'm a nobleman! You hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir How's Hans Capon of Bergstein?
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fellow will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off lightly so far, believe me.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you snooping around there.
Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job, and when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What'd you expect? The axe? Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Orsina the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. He'll think up some job for you. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be work enough there for sure. And no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
What about that roof of yours? I was passing by the other day and it looked like an accident waiting to happen.
But you know how it is. I need to crack. There's always something else to do.
Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
Aye, some idiots had a punch-up. It's practically a tradition, you know?
A pretty stupid tradition. The poor newlyweds. It's supposed to be a celebration and some
Story over a tankard of ale and you start off again. If there's anyone who's in the know about the troubles going on in the county, it's me.
Well, I ain't so sure about that when I hear what you're saying.
You're not allowed in here, vagabond. If you want to fight...
As long as we had a king.
didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Serene.
Idling. Get hauling.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Serene was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off to him. At least everyone else could relax and be merry.
From what I hear, some of them got a
guardhouse about the Chamberlain.
That's another matter.
And why?
Have you ever set eyes on Wenceslas or Sigismund? I doubt it. So you're talking about someone you have no personal experience.
But for sure, Chamberlain Ulrich hasn't got it easy. He's got
didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Serene was... No, he didn't. I expect only old Serene was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off to him. At least everyone else could relax and be merry.
From what I hear, some of them got a
sometimes invites me for a chat about what's going on.
Call it what you like. Nobody likes snitches, nor brown noses neither.
That's that.
Almost every time I'm there, I see him climb.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me, I'll just idle around then.
That'd suit you, eh? None of that. Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a craft. An art, you could say.
So, I don't know. I suppose I'll go and see what I can find to do.
You can go down to the lower gate. Calder's building a gallows there. You can see if the fool is doing it properly.
I've already been there.
So you'll find it easily then. You again? What do you want?
Well, I could maybe help you in the forge. I'm a blacksmith too.
You could have said that at the start. Are you really in the trade?
Aye.
My pa was a blacksmith. A respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what. Go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom. Always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Well, it depends. Usually 4, but once there was a 3-legged foal born in our village.
All right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one. So go and make 1 horseshoe for the groom, all right?
But a horse has 4.
Aye, but Kabat's missing just 1, and I ain't going to waste more on him.
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right, but I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here itinerary...
Did you hear about what happened at the Big Wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the GeForce stream.
What them sickles?
Let them know that they are not alone in their afflictions, but that Christ is forever by their side.
Dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
Scrub you're after. You'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too. They left at least a crust of bread. Not one step past the kitchen. Bloody hell, I'm starving.
Merciful God, grant that I, Captain Thomas, may...
at once!
All right! You caught me. I surrender.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What's secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No. What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
Haha, that's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right then. I'll turn a blind eye just this once.
I'm sorry.
Miserable. Where is he now?
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
Crucifix. Where's that blacksmith?
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? Crucifix! Where's that blacksmith? Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind. Crucifix! Where's that blacksmith? Damn wretch!
Finally.
Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind. That damn wretch!
The second toll for Hans.
That damn wretch!
What's the matter, good wife? Why are you standing here grumbling?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for him like for Judgment Day. The lock on my spice chest is stuck, and Sir Otto will be back any time. How am I to bake gingerbread without ginger, eh?
But the blacksmith is just around the corner.
I know he is, only he tells me to wait, that he's got more important things to do.
Seems to me he's just talking.
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch. But what can I do? I'm just a loudmouth cook, so I have to wait.
But how can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always takes this bit of wire and opens the chest for me. And then he promises to change the lock for 3 years now.
Can I help you somehow?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent folk don't know how to do that.
Oh, you said the blacksmith knew how to do it, though. So the blacksmith isn't a decent man?
Aye, and he ain't decent. He's a nasty piece of work.
I know how to do it, but first I have to get tools for it.
All right, I'll wait here. Another while won't kill me.
Fanker the cook sent me.
Jesus Christ, God protect us from all evil. What does that harpy want?
She's not able to open the spice chest.
Again? She's a bloody nuisance.
She told me you always open it with some implement. I'll gladly do it if you tell me where to find one.
Jesus, why do you even talk to that woman?
I'm supposed to help out around here.
What of it? I already let you into the forge anyway. There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. But I don't suppose you know how to use one.
As it happens, I do.
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Although you just got out of jail, though, eh? Just don't get up to any funny business with them.
Sure. About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables, the grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
Don't gobble everything, fella.
Halt! Step away from the door! Surrender at once!
That's not a matter I'd like to deal with.
I surrender! Don't think I don't know what you're doing. I know a thief when I see one. And what you were doing with that lock sure was suspicious.
Let's have a look at that ne'er-do-well.
I'm sure that looks strange, but I can explain.
I'm listening.
I noticed that the lock was covered in a layer of dirt, so I decided to clean it off.
You wanted to clean a stranger's lock?
That's right. I was a blacksmith, and if there's any job I hate, then it's fixing clogged up locks.
Huh. And what were you cleaning it with? A lockpick?
Oh, that's not a lockpick. It's a special lock cleaning tool.
Looks like a lockpick to me.
They do look similar, but it's a cleaning tool. Now the lock just needs to be oiled, and it'll be as good as new.
So you did that out of the kindness of your heart?
Aye, why not? It's easy. If you want, we can go and see your blacksmith. I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. That's just the way it's done.
I don't have time to talk to the blacksmith about such nonsense. The next time you decide to go about cleaning people's locks for free, you better tell them first. Now, move along.
Didn't show up.
No, he didn't.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here, so either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. and I wouldn't like that.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Not quite. I'd also like to know if you've still got any tools.
I might be able to find something, but I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're offering, I lost something playing dice and I'd like to have it back. A very nice turquoise rosary.
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus. That priest rolls dice like the devil himself was guiding his hand.
Don't worry. I'll get it for you.
But with no trouble, all right?
Naturally.
No, we didn't. I expect
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance?
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh. I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer.
The third toll. I better get moving.
What the? What the?
Calm down. I surrender.
That attempt at strangling will cost you. You'll either pay in groschen, or your back will feel the cane.
Wait, I'll explain everything. Well, I only wanted to give a really friendly hug.
To a man you don't know, and what's more, from behind. Yeah, right. Don't try to wheedle your way out of it.
I surrender. Take me away.
Right then, let's go.
No, he didn't. I expect only
I brought you those horseshoes.
That took... And you know...
You?
Exact... All right, have...
What did you do?
You're a bit...
Well, I get that. Not quite.
But I'll tell you.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Samin was a bit peeved.
Till we meet again.
What the? Where are you sticking your hands, you thief? What's your problem, you idiot? What are you... Out of here! My God! Ow! Are you looking for a... I yield! Mercy! Out of here! Stop messing around! I surrender! I surrender! Let me go! Please!
If I were you, I'd forget what I saw, pal. I could get pissed off. And then nobody's safe from my blade.
Hang on! Leave me alone! We'll forget about it!
brought you those horseshoes.
That took... And you know who...
You?
Exactly. All right, have to...
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so...
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive.
Well, I get... Sure.
Very wise.
What did you...
You're a bit
Well, I get the... Not quite.
But I'll tell you.
Maybe another time.
Suit yourself.
But the answer's obvious. Drink together. That way you'll keep an eye on the lad. Oh, my word.
Did you hear what happened at the big wheel? Yeah, the place by the general office. What am I to do with this?
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, but I'd be glad to learn.
That ain't worth a damn to me if I have to teach you. Good tools is more what I need. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there. Hey, I'd love to chat with you, but I got a job to do.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing.
Careful.
All right. Done. Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution would be postponed?
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one fancies that.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh.
Would you happen to know how I can get in?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel, and they don't want to let me in.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyek that wanted into the castle too, but for a damn different reason.
What was Binyek after in the castle?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay and wanted a fine feather bed.
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean.
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. You don't mind building a scaffold for an innocent man?
No, such matters ain't my concern. The lords decide. I just build the scaffold. A fella has to know his place in this world, like my old pa used to say.
I'll be going.
Aye, I've got to get back to work too. Farewell, my friend.
Are you looking for something?
I'm sorry.
This property belongs to someone else.
The third toll. I better get moving. This is that well that Calder mentioned.
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea.
But it seems I won't drown, at least. Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a scaffold in the courtyard.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know, but they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Oh, not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Squawking. Do you hear me? Shut your mouth! That doesn't do me any good. I don't give a fuck.
This place is off limits to you. Give up.
And make sure there's a juicing sauce.
Well, what will it be?
Too sweet like the last time.
Come on, surrender. Fine, I'll make you surrender.
Calm down! I surrender!
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? Snooping around on other people's property like that. But now you'll pay a fine. But if we find out there's anything missing, we'll charge you with theft.
If you don't stop this insolence right now, I'll hit you so hard, you'll swallow your own teeth.
Shut your trap, you scoundrel! I won't be intimidated by a coward like you. Pay up or I'll drag you to the pillory myself.
Eat shit!
Don't run from me!
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. Hans! Yes.
Oh, Jesus, you've got to find that Captain...
I know.
Jesus!
Well, we...
That's not...
Can you try and distract him?
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite.
Piss me off. Shut your gob, you idiots.
So make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here.
Shut your mouth.
What are you trying to call a well-roasted? If you want to crisp on the outside and horrible eye on the inside. Nothing half-cooked. Oh. This talk of food makes my stomach turn.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
Sir, I might not look the part, but I've read a lot.
Don't waste my time with your jokes, you nobody. What would you be able to read?
Well, books. Learning. All sorts of different kinds. Well, some with pictures.
Now listen here, you filthy vagabond. No one is going to make fun of me. Clear off before I have you whipped, you mangy cur. Oh, it's started up again. On your way.
The fourth bell.
God, you're not permitted to be here. Halt!
I surrender!
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up, and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
Who could have opened it?
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to hide, and all of a sudden, that girl made a... Oh.
All right, then. I'll turn a blind eye, just this once. That's that, and now off you go. I'm watching you.
You're not permitted to be here. Halt!
But I closed that door. Why is it open?
I said surrender!
This place is off limits to you. Give up. Enough!
What the fuck is that stink? If you keep resisting, I've all the right in the world to execute you on the spot.
Ah, shit. Ah, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least.
Who goes there? You're not... Hands off the door, all right?
Didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Salim was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off.
Didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Salim was a bit peeved.
I could see where it leads. Ha! Yes.
Jeez.
I know. Well,
That's not...
can you try and...
Sneak in...
Shut your beak. No one's interested in your squawking. Do you hear me? Shut your mouth. I don't give a fuck.
And... Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
You know, school. I was studying.
But what school?
A university. With professors.
Now listen here, you filthy vagabond. No one is going to make fun of me. Clear off before I have you whipped, you mangy cur. Oh, it started up again. On your way.
The third toll. I better get moving.
Phew! What a stink! I hope it's not me. What? I must be mad. Did I imagine it?
Quick! Over there.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days, and the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, the way he was hacked up. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes, it's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Ratai, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
Phew! What a stink! I hope it's not me. What's that? You're not permitted to be here. Halt! I said surrender! Come on!
Him!
Surrender!
My God!
Now! Don't make me repeat
I
myself!
surrender! The fourth bell.
Now I'll show you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up.
Look,
What are you talking?
look, we're both men.
Where are you?
It's like this.
No.
They're weak. Well, this yard high, and all of us. That girl made a. Aye.
Or that's that.
You've not
And
been
now
here.
off you go. I'm watching you. Surrender now.
Someone's broken into our house. Help!
Well, what'll it be?
Hey! You...
Surrender immediately.
You won't surrender!
Don't fuck with us, you
Guards!
Lucky I'm not on duty. Now you'll see that crime doesn't pay.
Show what you're made of.
Stand and fight!
Don't worry.
Everyone to me.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mother of God. What's that?
You're not permitted to be here. Halt!
What's going on? I'll deal with that bastard for you.
Enough! I surrender.
Felt like doing a bit of for now. You'll pay a fine.
Look,
What are you?
That? No, but I almost shot myself.
Shut up. You're trying to trick me.
Take me away.
Now, show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
Well, well. What do we have here? This is obviously stolen. I'm confiscating it. All right, let's go.
Hold on.
Quick.
I'm just going to
Over there.
clean it for you.
What? You're... How? Ha ha! You never saw that?
I have him! My God!
On your feet! Did you want to knock me out and then rob me? You'd better beg for mercy, because if you don't, I'll make sure the executioner doesn't spare the rod.
It's all right. You'll be fine.
What? You're not permitted to be here. Halt! Well, what'll it be?
You won't
Show what you're
I
made
surrender.
of.
Enough.
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? For now, you'll pay a...
Look,
What are you talking about?
look, we're both men.
Where are you going?
It's like this.
No? What?
They're really good. Well, this yarn at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right. Oh,
All right, then.
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
What if my soul is burdened with sin? Is there a way to cleanse it?
Of course, son. You can redeem yourself with an indulgence, or take the path of repentance and atone for your sins with a pilgrimage. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. Making a pilgrimage does not erase your crimes in the eyes of the law, nor does it release you from paying a fine. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few, similar concerns. Come find me when you have atoned for your worldly sins. Till we meet again.
What's that sound? I heard it coming from here.
Careful!
The fourth bell.
easy. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can smell you from over here.
If anything goes missing there, I'll be out.
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cook here. Or at least a bit of gruel, for Christ's sake.
Why don't you go to the other kitchen? They're cooking there.
Are you daft? That's the noble's kitchen. We get our food here.
I can see if I've got anything to eat on me.
Hey, I need some decent grub, not some mouldy bread.
Well, you might be surprised. Oh, I must have got mixed up.
Well, go and get mixed up somewhere else, beggar.
I can try and find something for you.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Not really. Besides, I'm quite hungry myself.
Go and look then. There's some baths down below. There might be something there. I'd go myself, but if someone saw me there, I'd be in trouble. Ever since... well, never mind.
I'll figure it out somehow. I'll be going then.
Go. And if you meet the cook, send her here.
I expect only old Samin was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off to it. At least everyone else could relax and be merry.
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Hey, you're not allowed here.
And Lord Von Berg
Correct.
didn't show up.
You nightcrawler.
Where did you actually learn?
When I was in a...
And how much of them elderberries?
As much as you can fit in that.
But won't it be completely black?
My dear, if we could dye wool as black...
Where did you actually learn?
When I was an apprentice.
But you were a carpentry apprentice.
Right. As far as I know, all the apprentices...
And how much of them elderberries?
As much as you can fit in that.
But won't it be completely black?
My dear.
And how much of them elderberries?
As much as you can fit in that.
But won't it be completely black?
My dear, if we could dye wool as black as...
Where did you actually learn? And how much of them elderberries? But won't it be completely black?
As much as you can fit in that.
But won't it be completely black?
My dear, if we could dye wool as black
Where did you actually learn?
when I was an apprentice.
But you were a carpentry apprentice.
Dye, as far as I know.
And how much of them elderberries? What? Completely black. What is this racket? And how much of them elderberries? But won't it be completely black?
My dear, if we could dye wool as black...
Where did you actually learn?
When I was an apprentice.
But you were a carpenter.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
As far as I know, all the apprentices...
Very odd. So you're doing that. Right then.
Don't worry, man. Dorcas and me, and I told you not to talk to anyone.
Can I help you?
Where did you actually learn?
When I was an apprentice. You talked to Gazer about it?
Are you sure there won't be trouble from it?
Don't worry, man.
But Dorcas said dying is a craft, and that's not allowed.
Dorcas and me, and I told you not to talk to anyone.
Are you sure there won't be trouble from it?
Don't worry, man.
But Dorcas said dying is a craft, and that's not allowed.
Dorcas and me, and I told you not to talk to anyone.
What's that noise? hell's that? I must have been mistaken. What are you poking around that door for, eh?
About it?
Where did you actually learn it?
When I was an apprentice.
But you were a carpentry apprentice.
Christ.
The 7th bell.
Are you looking for something? Wait, you can't go there. That's right.
God be with you.
I was told...
Nice.
No.
Ah, I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing. That should do it. Here it is.
Sharp without your help?
And isn't it all the same whether he hangs or gets crushed by fallen timber?
Certainly not. For one thing, it would be a disgrace, because someone would have to finish him off, and no one wants to dirty their hands with that. And more importantly, I'd have to rebuild the damn thing all over again. You can't imagine how that would spoil my day.
I think I can, actually.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. I'll be going.
I've got to get back to work too. Take care, friend.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak.
I bought a lovely U-boat the other day for a great...
I brought you those horseshoes.
That took... And you know who...
You?
Exactly. Or I'd have to go back to what I...
Do I get something for...
Hey, I've no time for jokes.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time...
Subjects have to obey, don't they?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the load, by any chance?
Aye. Come to think of it, it was him who told me.
No, he didn't.
And Lord von Berghoff didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Samin was a bit peeved.
Still no sign of the blacksmith?
None at all. And if I can't get nothing baked for his lordship on account of him, it'll be a sorry day for the both of us.
How can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always... And then he promises to change the lock.
Oh well. I hope he turns...
He ought to, the damn...
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Hey, you've no business here. Are you looking to steal something? It's him! Arrest him!
Well, that's a tough one. I need to get my hopes up.
How come it's open?
Halt!
I closed that door.
well roasted, so they're crisp from the outside.
Bite to eat since noon yesterday.
Still hungry, are you?
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. Thanks. Well, at least I won't starve.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Hey?
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same question.
I work here, genius.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told you. I'm a maid here.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
You know I was locked up? For such an uncaring girl, your interest is a bit suspicious.
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around, spying on you.
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crown. Do you know how many there are?
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas. Otherwise he'll die and my friend will be executed.
Thomas? I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you he is beyond help. That poor sister of his.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't be going and take things that don't belong to us.
Oh, really? You must be mixing me up with someone. I just clean up here. And you don't look like someone who knows much.
Why, do you think?
Because otherwise you wouldn't let yourself be pickpocketed.
What?
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
Ninth bell. Only 3 to go. 10th bell. I don't have much time left.
Hey, you're the one they're looking for here. Surrender, now!
Easy now! I surrender!
You're a wanted man. You're that bastard who's been snooping around on other people's property. I'll have none of that. You'll pay a fine, and then you'll show me what you've stolen.
Look.
What are you talking?
Look, we're both...
Where?
It's like...
No.
They're wheelie... well, this... high, and all of us... That girl made a... oh,
All right, then. I'll turn...
Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's arms you want, go to the kitchen.
Sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
You know Thomas? Where from?
Well, that's a really long story, but I heard what happened to him, and I need to talk to him.
Talk? What do you expect to hear from him? But it's all the same. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good. Poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
What exactly is wrong with Thomas?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn. But he got a bit better. Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the Sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting up.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You're in Trotsky for the first time, eh? It's that narrow, higher one on the eastern side. We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
I'll be going. I'll pray for Thomas.
Thanks.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
This place is off limits to you. Halt!
I surrender!
You can't say you weren't warned. You're...
Look,
What are...
look, we're both...
Where are you?
It's like that.
No.
They're... well, this... then all of a sudden, that girl... Aye.
All right, then. I'll... God bless. This place is off limits to you. Give up. Well, what will it be?
It's all right. You'll be fine.
Please.
Hold on. I'm just going to...